Cinderella was a kind and gentle girl. She lived with her stepmother and stepsisters. They were not kind to her. Cinderella had to do all the chores. She cleaned and cooked. She sewed and mended. But through it all, Cinderella never complained. Cinderella had a good heart. She loved animals. The mice and birds were her friends. They kept her company. They made her smile. Cinderella dreamed of a better life. She wished for kindness and happiness. One day, exciting news arrived. The king was holding a ball. The prince would choose his bride. Cinderella longed to go. She imagined dancing with the prince. It was a beautiful dream. Cinderella's stepsisters were also invited. They were excited. They planned their dresses and hairstyles. They talked of nothing but the ball. Cinderella wished she could go with them, but she knew they would never let her. Cinderella's stepsisters were cruel. They made her help them get ready for the ball. They made her sew their dresses. They made her style their hair. They did not care about her feelings. Cinderella's animal friends saw her sadness. They wanted to help. They gathered scraps of fabric. They found beads and ribbons. They worked together to make Cinderella a beautiful gown. It was a gown fit for a princess. The night of the ball arrived. Cinderella's stepsisters looked beautiful in their gowns. They laughed and twirled. They were ready for the ball. Cinderella, in her gown of scraps, showed her stepfamily. She was proud of it. Her stepmother and stepsisters were furious. They ripped the gown to shreds. They did not want Cinderella to go to the ball. They left her in tears. Cinderella was heartbroken. Her dream was shattered. But then, something magical happened. A kind fairy godmother appeared. She saw Cinderella's sadness. She knew Cinderella deserved to go to the ball. With a wave of her wand, magic filled the air. The fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's torn dress. It became a sparkling gown. She turned a pumpkin into a grand carriage. Mice became horses and lizards became footmen. Cinderella was ready for the ball. Cinderella arrived at the ball. Everyone stared in awe. She looked like a princess. The prince was captivated by her beauty. He asked her to dance. Cinderella and the prince danced the night away. They talked and laughed. Cinderella felt happy for the first time in a long time, but she knew the magic wouldn't last forever. As the clock struck midnight, Cinderella fled the ballroom. In her haste, she lost one of her glass slippers. The prince was heartbroken. He vowed to find the mysterious girl who fit the slipper. He would marry her. The prince searched far and wide. He went from house to house. He tried the slipper on every maiden, but it fit none. The prince refused to give up. He knew he had met his true love. The prince finally arrived at Cinderella's house. Her stepsisters eagerly tried on the slipper, but it did not fit. Cinderella asked if she could try it. The slipper fit Cinderella perfectly. The prince recognized her. He was overjoyed. He had found his princess. Cinderella and the prince were married. They lived happily ever after. Cinderella's story teaches us important lessons. It shows us that kindness is powerful. It reminds us to never lose hope. Cinderella's kindness touched the hearts of those around her. Her hope kept her spirits high, even in times of hardship. Cinderella's story is a reminder that magic exists in the world. It may not always come in the form of fairy godmothers and pumpkins turning into carriages, but it comes in the form of love, kindness, and the belief in a brighter tomorrow. So always be kind. Hold on.
Crazy.